Well, the league's been a bloody bottle job, hasn't it? Well, we're just going to concentrate in our semi and hope something comes of it. G'day everyone, my name's Waylands. Most people call me Wally. Welcome back here to Pennies to Pounds, episode 17. I think I got it right this week, of this save. Since we last left you, we've only played a couple of 3 games. We beat Garforth after the heartbreaking loss to North Ferriby. AFC Mansfield. Again, Harnwell finding the goals in both of those games. And then, just to make matters worse for us, we had a draw against Gould. And in that time as well, North Ferriby actually dropped one of their games. Well, they didn't lose it, but they had a draw. So that was another chance to catch up. League table-wise, they're 4 points in front with 2 games in hand. Not good. Staveley Miners Welfare, only 4 points behind with 2 games in hand. I don't reckon we could have asked this up more given the start of the season that we've had. But like I said, we're going to concentrate on the semi-final of the FA Vase. No real transfer news to bring to you other than the normal annoying 5 or 6 offers for Sam Hardy every week, 5 or 6 offers for Rigby and Jake Retorex, the normal targets. Scriven's someone that I wouldn't care if he left, really, has rejected an offer. But we go into this match now against Rochester United. A chance to see if we can make something come from this semi. Let's just get to it, shall we? He wants us to play balance. No, I've had enough of that. I'm just going in. I'm doubling down on my mistakes from the past, you might say, but I'm not willing to really change the tactics too much yet. It served us well in the Cup so far, and to be fair, it served us pretty well in the league. In between games, I'll just show you how far behind we are on squad quality compared to some of the teams higher in the league due to our wage budget and myself imposed restrictions on the save. Like I said last episode, let me know what you think. Should I just start signing people and get promoted? I could probably, at least to start with, take the under 23 restriction off. But more about that in between the games. So we're going to go into it with Jake Retorex in goal, Johnson, F. Steele, Diamond, and Scrivens as the back for the standard mob. Priest and Twig and Berries in the centre of the park. Rigby and Vic. Do I want Vickers there? No, I'm going to put Billy Law in. Billy Law comes in there, surely, as that inside forward. Harnwell and Hardy up front. Hardy leading the league for assists. Harnwell third in the league for goals scored. He's actually nearly 10 goals behind, despite the 41 goals this season. A lot of them are in cup ties, of course, because we've played a few more cup ties than most of the other teams about the place. How 5 players lack tactical familiarity with this formation? It's probably the bench guys. It is probably the bench guys. Anyway, let's get into it and let's see if we can crack the semi into something larger. They have a toe. A toe? Anyone I want to... Not really, not anyone I want to scout under the current restrictions. But like I said, I think I need to just, for the sake of the save and having some wage and get some momentum behind us and see if we can get into a game. Right, here we go. Game start now. So like I tried to explain before, I want to perhaps reduce the restrictions so I can just gain some momentum and get a bit of wages to sign many of the players that actually fit the naming convention. There's a few around at the moment that are over 23, but I think I just need to break the rules. So let me know what you think in the comments. Anyway, Diskin's in for Bryant here, and that's a frickin' own goal. Dickie Diamond, what are we doing here? What has happened to this club? Penistone, maybe more just a bunch of penises at this stage. Deary me. That's some terrible defending. To be fair, Dickie Diamond's been one of our best players all year and normally pretty fantastic. Wilkinson goes in now and Rigby comes back to defend Toe there, but he can't. Toe can't keep it down, so... Right, Johnson throws it straight to the opposition. Bryant knocks it on, but there's no one there. And F. Steele tidies up nicely there. Gotorex looking for Rigby there. He's looking for the wrong person. He was probably looking for Hardy, to be fair, but he just doesn't have the skill to knock him out. Oh, Billy Law. Laying down the law, does Billy. And that, again, my love-hate relationship with Scrivens continues. Look at this. This is just a glorious cross. This is what I wanted to do. This is what he's in the team for. Do that, son. Do that. And Billy Law is the inside forward cutting across. 1-0 against Rochester, and we are still in this. There is a bit of life in the semi yet. Yeah, we're going to encourage the boys after that. That was good. Come on, boys. Let's give you a bit of encouragement. Bit of a mixed response to the encouragement, to be fair. I was looking at the other league, or the league above us that we would get promoted into. There's an automatic promotion spot in playoffs in that league. I mean, there's all sorts of benefits to being promoted. The much mooted, or the much anticipated takeover that I really need to get the club moving didn't happen. The current chairman is still in charge. He's quashed the rumours. Haven't heard anything about it since. Hardy here on the ball, back to Twig and Berries, though. Hasn't gone through, so I'm still with my £190 a week wage budget, and no one wanting to sign for me because I can't pay them what they want. So it turned out to be a far more complex save than I thought it was going to be initially. I thought it would be the old school, oh, here we go, toe. What was that? That's Scrivens again, isn't it? Scrivens giveth, Scrivens taketh away here. Is that Sam Scrivens? Yeah, that's Sam Scrivens. Watch this. Watch him just escort this gentleman into the box here and do nothing. Just give him a police escort into the penalty area, why don't you, mate? Deary me. Right, that's it. We're going all out here. We're going to break the entire team here. I'm just really, really not happy with how they're playing here. We've got a 6.3 from Johnson. Dickie Diamond is down to a 6.5. We're tired, boys and girls. We're very tired. Small squad. Lots of games. Cup ties everywhere. Law keeps running. Harnwell puts in a really speculative shot. Sheldrick's all over that. Rolls it out quickly, and we're caught in the break here. Bryant's going to score. As I'm recording this, I am seriously considering just stopping the recording and starting after this, because this is terrible. This is terrible, viewers. What are we doing? What are we doing? This is not the team that we were last week. Fergus Steele is making mistakes, and Dickie Diamond is knackered. We're going to push them out to half time, but this isn't good. We need a miracle. We need almost as big a miracle here as we do in the league. I'm going to thrash the arms here. I'm really, really upset. Thrashing the arms is the minimum I do. I considered throwing the bottle and then, viewers. Things really aren't going well. Instructions, rightio. We're going to have to be more expressive. And I would put pass in the space on, but we're just going to waste the ball of that. 65% of the possession they've had already. I can't really play pass into space. That's the other thing I'm going to consider. If we get knocked out here, we're going to have a big overhaul of the tactic and start looking at how we're going to play next season. Obviously, I need to start doing things a little bit differently. I mean, the frustrating thing is that we're not far off. And Bryant's in again here. Great save by Jake Gatorex. Again, the man with on the top 3 in clean sheets for the league does well. Oh, it's a free kick. How's Dickie Diamond going? He probably needs to come off at 60 minutes. Yeah, here we're going to go. We're going to bring him off. We're going to try something really different here. I don't want to take Harnwell off, but I think I'm going to. He's just not playing well today. Yeah, off comes Harnwell. Or do I need to take these boys off? These boys are both knackered. Priest comes off for Dickinson. And Twig and Berries comes off for P-Steel. And that's it. We're done. Pump fist and tell them I want to see a good display. They're all focused and motivated. This one's knocked the wind out of my sails, but I didn't expect to be so far behind, I think. Billy Law here. Billy Law. Hardy in penalty ref. Come on. This referee's been paid. He's a paid actor, this referee. Salid weaves his way around one. Puts the cross in. Scrivens is there to deal with it, though. Now Hardy. Can Hardy feed Harnwell on the break here? Yes, Harnwell's in. Normally scores from here. And Ryan Harnwell gives us that glimmer of hope with half an hour to go. Can we equalise here? This is solid defensive play here. And this is a great ball by Hardy. Knows what his mate up front is good at. And Harnwell brings it down. Good first touch. Beats the keeper. And it's done. All right, we're going to encourage the entire team now. The encouragement has gone down well. Come on, guys. We're going to demand more for the last 10 minutes. Can we do it? Can we equalise? Do we have a goal in us? It's looking less and less likely as the seconds tick on, and I think we've been done here by a better side, but some soft goals conceded there. Some soft goals conceded. Encouraging form from Dickinson and P. Steele in the last half an hour in the middle of the park there. Law with a 6.4 scoring a goal. We're just very inconsistent, and I mean, that's lower league football, isn't it? I am going to point the finger until I'm not happy, because I'm not. I'm upset, viewers. I'm really upset. So that's the end of the cup run. I'm going to have a look at the upcoming schedule of games. See what North Ferriby have done in the game they've played in the league while this has gone on. And if they've dropped that, look, we might just play the next game on the calendar and then come back for the last 2 games of the season. But if they haven't, which they didn't, we might just skip through to the end of the season. Anyway, I'll be back with you shortly and you'll find out then. Right, so we're going to go into the game against Skegness I've decided, but I am going to show you part of the reason why we struggle here. As you can see, we got good leaders, even though we don't have a real team leader. But this is the average mark here. Look how far below average we are here. Like, for example, we are 18th in decision-making down here. We are 17th in first touch. You know, even this, the leadership. Yeah, we're second in the league here, but it's... Look how far below all this we are. Look, and that's before we start talking about wages and stuff like that. I can't find a wages comparison because I think it's because it's an amateur league, so there isn't technically any wages as appearance fees. But look at the sponsorship income that Ossett have got, 13K. I mean, wow. Worksop have been relegated on 12K. Like, we're not too bad here. Like, we're average on 2K here, but wow. Wow. Even though that we're bottled it 3 seasons in a row and not got promoted, we're doing pretty well, I think. All things considered, considering the challenges before us. Anyway, that's just me trying to justify our crap play in the last few games. So, but we have changed things up for this game. We're going to look at something different for next season. Am I going to go defensive? Am I going to try and keep the ball? No, I'm going to go more attacking. Of course I am. So we go into this with the standard back 4. Greatorex, Johnson, Steele, Diamond, and Scrivens is the back 4. Priest is the ball-winning midfielder at the base of a 3-man midfield now with Dickinson and Twig and Berries. And I've pushed Rigby up as a striker. Hardy is the target man central with Harnwell. Hardy seems to be the fulcrum that everything goes through for the team. So we are just going to try and feed him. As you can see, I mean, 42 goals and 4 assists from here, but 18 assists from him there. It's very good. I mean, Twig and Berries has got 16, but a lot of them are from set pieces. So that is a bit of a rubbery figure. But we go in here with a new tactic, and we're going to see how we go. I should ramp it up from balance, though, a bit. This is a bit of an experiment for next year. Basically, I want to see if it's worthwhile us going to a 3 up front and just if that's going to make our long ball game better, or if I need to have a real think and I need to start trying to keep a hold of the ball. But you saw those stats. Like, even though we've got a few players that are good at passing, our passing league-wise is deplorable. Hardy plays a great ball to Rigby, and he can't riggedy wreck him. That is where I do lack, is Rigby's finishing isn't the best, but you give him enough opportunities, he will score, but he's riggedy wrecked himself there, and he strayed fractionally offside before the ball was passed. Fractionally offside? He was... Shit, he was in Sheffield, he was so far away. But promising starts. Thea, Greatorex can only punch. Atherton gets the ball now. Chambers to Randall. Randall puts in a long one. Johnson rises firm above his player. And Harnwell looks for Hardy. Now, I'm just trying to give us a little bit more solidity in the midfield. We are facing play through the midfield. Here we go. That's a bit better. Harnwell. Harnwell is not in a spot to score a lot of goals there. Wide. Oh! Rigby's absolutely murdered in the penalty area there. Miles off the ball. And I say Harnwell doesn't have a chance to score. Now he has a chance to score from the spots. And he makes no mistake. Ryan Harnwell. His 43rd goal of the year. And that is a seasonal record, I believe, for Penistone. I'm not sure it's as many league goals, but all up season total, he is just knocked off Nick Guest's record from our first season as the best scorer in the side. In the scene? I am having trouble stringing my words together today. Oh, Maltby Main go up 1-0 against North Ferriby. This is what I like to see. We're just hoping North Ferriby bottle it in the last few matches here, and they are struck down with a rash of injuries or something. I'm going to point the finger and tell them there's still room for improvement, because there is. But I'm pretty pleased with what I've seen. Look, off camera, I'm going to have a better look on extended highlights to actually see what the transitions are like here and where we're not losing the ball. But I am going to make one substitution coming up here. Billy Law is going to come on for Rigby. Bit more of a natural striker, Billy Law. I mean, Rigby plays striker, as you can see here, but his finishing's only 5. Not that Law is much better, but finishing a 7, and he's got a shade more pace, so we're going to see how he goes there. He's just in that poacher role. I just want him to stick the ball on the back of the net, and hopefully this turns out to be a good tactic for us here. Now, who's playing badly there? Jaden Dickinson is the box-to-box midfielder, so we're going to bring Paul Steele in there, and Paul Steele can play in his central midfielder role there that he is training in. I don't want to make any other changes here. No, probably not at this stage. We always like to keep an eye on Scrivens, though. 6.6. Now, Randall on the flank. Now, this is where we might run into a bit of drama. There's plenty of space for him out here. Billy Law gets the ball now. First time for the club playing up front as a striker, I think. Oh, Harnwell's in here. Harnwell is in. Ryan Harnwell, second goal of the match. And he is doing the stationary somersault as only FM players can. But this is the sort of stuff I want to see. This is a great ball from Hardy. Hardy finds Harnwell. And that's why I've changed things up. I'm trying to give Hardy more options to find those assists. As much as he's the best finisher in the team, I think he's also the best link between the midfield and the attack. So away we go. Now, where's Nick Guest when we needed him? This lineup would have suited Nick Guest. What's Nick Guest doing, you ask? Well, he's played 5 games for his new club. He's scored 3 goals. So that adds to my jargon a little bit. Billy Law now, he's got a chance to knock it over, and there's Harnwell's hat-trick. Well, all right, Skegness aren't the best of opposition here, but this new tactic appears to be working quite well so far. Great ball from P. Steele there. Law crosses it across. The deflection takes a nice turn for Harnwell, and Harnwell just taps it in with his left foot there. Another hat-trick for Ryan Harnwell. Look, I'm going to say him and Hardy are my best 2 signings so far that I've made in this save. I hope I can keep hold of them due to non-promotion. I mean, promotion would have made a lot of our players stay. That's suboptimal. Johnson's trying to run to get that, but he doesn't have the pace to get there. Ahara puts it in. F. Steele sticks the boot through it. To Harnwell. Priest. That's a Hail Mary from Priest, but Harnwell has connected with the end of it. He's going to try and hold it up here, Harnwell. He's murdered again in the box, Harnwell. Or murdered this time. Last time it was Rigby. 4 goals for Harnwell. Let's see how we go here, chat. Chat, I haven't done that for ages. Link to my Twitch in the description if you want to be part of my chat. But you're the viewers. You're the boys and girls. Harnwell scores again. It's 4-0 here against Skegness. And I think this is promising. We're just too much for this defence here. The big test will be playing a bigger side, of course, but the ask man must be to pass it shorter and play the ball out of defence. That is something I might look at down the track. But look at those ratings. That is the best game we have played in a long time. Priest gets a 7, even with a card in the centre of Brees gets a 7, even with a card in the centre of the park. Law was only on for a few minutes, gets an assist and a good rating. Hardy with a couple, and Harmer with 4 goals. Defence untroubled. Have I been doing it wrong? And look at this, viewers. Maltby Main, Moxham and Dunn have done one on North Therapy. Can they lose enough games for us to catch them? Fingers crossed. Right, if you like that, guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel. We'll be back to you for the end of the season in the next episode. My name's Waylands, and I'll see you next time.